To start your deluxe portfolio, you are going to need several duct tapes. If you're using an outside pattern, you're going to need more than one roll. You'll need 2 rolls for your outside pattern color, and also different colors for your card pockets and trims. You'll also need some sort of clear tape. You'll need a ruler, possibly a zipper unless you're using Ziploc, a staple gun, X-Acto knife, scissors, and some sort of cutting surface, and also not pictured in ID plastic. Okay, so this is going to be the coin pouch section. Depending on how you're going to make yours, if you're going to follow the directions the way I'm going to show you with a zipper, then what you will do is make a 7-inch wide sheet and 4 inches wide on the sides. And it's just going to be a double-sided sheet. If you're going to do it with Ziploc, then once again you're going to make the 7-inch wide, 4-inch sides, and then you just put your Ziploc and fold it over like you normally would. So if you're going to do it with a zipper the way that I'm doing it, then just do the 7 inches wide, 4 inches on the side. You will need 2 of these to do your coin pouch. Okay, now that you have your 2 sheets made that are 7 by 4, we're going to attach the zipper. So to attach the zipper, you need your print to be facing upward. You need your zipper to be facing downward. You're going to take the very edge of the top of the fabric of where the zipper is, at the edge of your duct tape sheet, and start stapling it all the way across the top. I like to start in the middle, at the beginning and the end. And then just staple all the way down. Okay, so once you have it stapled all the way across, you're going to cut 1 strip of tape that is 7 inches long, that is your inside color, and then you're going to cut it in half lengthwise. Peel up one of those strips and place it half on, or covering your staples, like that. I'm just going to pick it up, and you're going to fold the material where you just stapled that over with the strip of tape you just put on. Like that. Now you are going to take your second duct tape sheet and place it down where the inside color is facing up, and you're just going to take it to the top of that zipper, as you see right there, and you're going to staple it all the way across the top. You're going to take that other strip of tape, cover up your staples like that, peel it up, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold over our staples and our material at the same time. Hold it open like this. You should be able to open your zipper like that. Okay, so this next section is just card pockets. So if you already know how to make your card pockets, you can go ahead and make 9 horizontal card pockets. If you don't know how to make them, I'm going to show you. So basically you just cut 9 strips that are 3 3/4 inches long, and then you're also going to need some scraps for the bottoms. I like to take a piece of tape that is the same length as the card pocket, so it's 3 3/4, and then cut it down the middle lengthwise, and that will give me a little strip that I need. But if you have scraps laying around, you can use those too, because nobody's going to see them. So you're just going to take one of those strips that are 3 3/4 inches that's cut in half, and then place your card pocket on it, leaving at least a 1/4 inch at the bottom, so that way this will be all sticky. And then you're going to flip it over, upside right, and at this point you can use another strip of duct tape if you want, or you can use clear tape or gray tape, whatever you choose to do. Basically all you're going to do now is cover up the back with clear tape, and that will still give you a 1/4 inch of sticky at the bottom. So you're going to go ahead and do that to the remaining 8 cards, horizontal card pockets. So you should have a total of 9 when you are finished. Okay, so this section is going to be vertical card pockets. We're only going to make 2 vertical card pockets, so you will need 4 strips of tape that are 2 3/4 inches wide. So you're going to take your first strip, bring it down to the bottom. You're going to take it down to the 1/4 inch, right there. Place your second one up at the 3 inch. So your pocket should be 3 1/4 inch. So the 1/4 inch will remain sticky. You're just going to flip it up, sticky side up, and you're going to cover the back of this with clear tape or tape of your choice, whether it's gray tape or duct tape or whatever you choose to cover the back with. And when you're covering the back, remember to leave the 1/4 inch of sticky at the very bottom. So you should have one vertical card pocket with a 1/4 inch sticky at the bottom. So go ahead and do the same thing to your next one. Okay, so now we are going to put the trims on our card pockets. If you already know how to do your trims, then you might as well just skip this part. If you don't, I will show you really quickly. You will need 5 strips of 3 3/4 inches of your trim color and 1 of your trim color that is 2 3/4 inches. And all you're going to do is cut these lengthwise in half. Okay, and you're just going to take your card pocket up to the top, and if you don't have the little dots on the mat like I do, you can use a ruler, and you're just going to trim this by 1/4 of an inch. And when removing your little strip to put your trim on, make sure you use the straight edge instead of the edge where you cut. That way you'll have a straighter pocket. And then after you press it down, run your nail across the top, and then you'll kind of get an idea on whether or not you have your trim straight, and if not, you can remove it and retry it again. I'm just going to peel up the entire pocket and fold over the remaining tape. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of your card pockets like that with your trims, and if you clear tape your trims, you might want to do that as well. Okay, now we are going to make 2 little duct tape sheets for our billfold that will be connected to our coin pouch. So, in order to do that, you're going to take 2 strips of tape that are 7 inches long and make it 3 3/4 inches wide on the side. So it'll be 3 inches and then 3/4 of an inch on the side. And then you're just going to clear tape the back like I did here and fold over the 1/4 inch along the top. You should have 2 of these little duct tape sheets that are 3. So 3.5 over here, 7 inches wide. Okay, now you are going to take one of those panels that we just made for our billfold section on our coin pouch, and you're going to line up your 4 horizontal card pockets, one right after the other, just leaving a little bit of a gap, and of course one of your vertical card pockets as well. After you've had your card pockets laid out like this, you're just going to fold back your card pocket like this and place some clear tape or another scrap piece of tape, just so that way you don't have these sticky card pockets. So you'll do that to all of your card pockets on this one panel, including this one as well. Okay, so once you have all your card pockets on there and you've clear taped underneath your card pockets, go ahead, cut a 4-inch strip of tape of your pattern color, and you're going to cut a 3/4 of an inch off from that lengthwise. And you're going to cover both pockets and by 1/4 of an inch. So you want to make sure it's all even. Once it's even, you just fold over your remaining. Now for your other panel that you made for your billfold section for your coin pouch, you're going to place your vertical card pocket on the one side, and then you're going to take one of your horizontal pockets and place it at the very top. And I forgot to mention earlier, don't trim one of your pockets because we're going to attach the ID to it. So you should have a piece of ID already pre-cut to 2.5 inches wide on the sides, as you can see right here, and 3.5 inches right at the bottom. So once you already have your ID done, take that one pocket that you didn't trim take your piece of strip that you're planning on trimming your ID with, and then just place your strip 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so once you have that on, you're also going to need another strip I have left over from earlier for the trims. You are just going to place it 1/4 of an inch on the side as well. And then now you can cut out your square at the one edge. Cut this little side strip down so it doesn't show over on the opposite side. Okay, you're going to fold over your side trim like that, and then you're going to line up your back of your ID with your card pocket at the top. And fold over your trim. So now you should have a pocket behind your ID. Attach a second horizontal card pocket, and then attach your ID and also your vertical card pocket. Don't forget to put the clear tape at the bottom of your card pockets right here so you can avoid the stickiness at the bottom of your pockets. And then afterwards, you are going to take the strip that you had left over that we used to trim our seal our card pockets on this one. You'll use the remaining of this to cover up this little section right here. You can cut this down to 3/4 of an inch if you would like, or if you like it a little bit larger, you can do that. Okay, now you're going to get that coin pouch out that we were working on earlier. If you use the zipper, you're going to peel back this very edge and put these little wings away, like just fold them back and fold your tape back over. So you're going to do that to all 4 of them. Okay, so now all your little wings should be tucked away underneath and taped at the edges on this section right here. If you don't want to pull back the piece to put it over, you can just add another little strip of tape. I was just saving tape. Okay, now we are going to take the little panels that we made for our billfold section, and we're just going to line it up here at the bottom like that. And you're going to cut one strip of tape that is 7.5 inches long, and I cut a 1 inch lengthwise, so you should have a 1 inch strip that is 7 inches long, and you're just going to place this on about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch like that. Peel it up, and now you're going to go to this side and place the other panel that we made with the ID. And you're just going to line it up to the bottom and fold over that piece of tape. Cut off any excess that you might have on the edges. And now you can unzip it. And as you see, you have your sticky here. You can use your clear tape for that, another strip of tape, it's your choice. I'm just going to use the remaining strip that I used to trim the bottom with and cover that up. So now your billfolds should be connected. And now you're going to fold back each billfold section and clear tape here so you don't have any sticky on both sides. Okay, now we are going to seal off the sides of our coin pouch. So in order to do that, you will need a strip of tape of your solid color, or I'm sorry, your pattern color that is 4.5 inches wide, and you're going to cut that in half lengthwise. Okay, so you're going to line it up on the side, take the 1/2 strip that is 4.5 inches long, and cover up a 1/4 inch on the side here, And then you're going to fold over the remaining. Make sure that your zipper is not in the way. And when folding over the remaining, you may need to cut this little slit right here, just so you can hide it behind your ID. So you can just tuck it under. So now you should have the one side completely trimmed. Now we're going to go ahead and do the opposite side. You're just going to take the remaining strip that you have. Once again, line this up. And do a 1/4 inch trim on one side. Peel it up and fold over your remaining. Just like that, to cut off any excess that you might have. So then now you should have your coin pouch done. Don't forget to cut your little slits so that way you can get into your billfold and to your card pockets. Okay, now we are going to work on the pocket calendar section. So for this, you're going to make a duct tape sheet that is 7 inches wide and 8 inches tall. So once you have that flipped up sticky side up, you're just going to cover the entire thing, leaving a 1/2 inch sticky around all 4 edges. So once you have completely covered it with a 1/2 inch sticky on all 4 edges, you're just going to cut out the little squares in the corners. Okay, once that is done, you're going to set this aside for just a second, and you'll be making 2 3-inch sheets. So what you will do is take 2 strips of tape and overlap them by making a 3 1/2 or 3 1/4 inch, and then you're just going to clear tape the back or use gray tape or whatever you want and fold over your remaining, so it should be 3 inches by 7 inches, and you will need 2 of those. So now we are going to attach those. You take one of them, line it up to your bottom, fold up the one edge, and then you're going to unfold it, and you're going to cover that sticky right there. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, but first we're going to connect our card pockets. You should still have 2 card pockets remaining of your horizontal card pockets, and we are just going to line them up towards the top like that. So as you can see right here, taking a strip of tape that is 3 inches, actually 3 1/2 inches, and cutting an inch off from that. But before doing that, make sure that you clear tape the bottom of your pockets so they don't, so they're not sticky. So once you have your card pockets in place, you just take that strip of tape. You're going to line it up on the side, and I would say go at a 3 1/2 inch. Start at the 3 1/2 inch so that we have a nice straight edge on the side there. So that's what it should look like. And then you're going to connect this bottom as well. Line it up to the bottom edge. Fold over that sticky. And remember to fold that back and cover the bottom with clear tape or a strip of leftover tape that you might have had. You're going to fold up that side. And then at the 3 inch mark, or where your pocket, where your panel for your pocket calendar starts, you're going to cut a little slit right there. Fold over your remaining. You're going to do the same thing to this side. And straighten that out. So one side is already on. We need to connect the other side, but before connecting this side, we're going to add the pen section on the outside. So cut again right where that panel begins. But this time, instead of folding it over onto it, you're just going to fold over the middle section on both sides. Like that. So keep this side open because we're going to use that to attach our pen spot at. So fold it in half to get your crease so you know exactly where to start your pen spot at. Okay, so now to attach our little section to hold our ink pens, you're going to cut a 4-inch strip of tape and you're going to cut a 1 inch from that lengthwise. You're going to take that strip, fold it halfway onto itself, like that, and then fold over the remaining half onto itself. Okay, and we're going to use this for our pen attachment and use this to cover the inside. So now you're going to lay your pocket calendar section flat and figure out where you want your pens at because you want them centered. So this is kind of like a do-it-yourself part right here. I can't really give you measurements because there's really no measurements for it. You just need to figure out where exactly you want your pen spots to be at. And my what I would say is to cut where the bottom of your lid begins. Your ink pen lid does right here. You're going to cut a little slit here, and I'm barely pressing in just so I have an indentation because I don't want to cut through all layers. And I'm going to do the other side of the pen as well. And I'm going to do the same thing to this pen. One little slit there and one little slit on the opposite side. Now I'm going to fold it open and fold open. This flap is open because you don't want to cut through the flap. So make sure it's completely flat, and you can go over your indents and cut through so you know that they have been cut through all the way. Fold it over this way. You're going to take your little strap that you made to hold your pens in, and you're going to face it where the seam is facing upward, and you're going to weave it through your first hole on the side. You're going to pull it through, leaving a little bit of a tail at the end. Now you're going to fold it over and you're going to take this end and put it into your next little slit that you have here. And at this point you want to take one of your pens and hook it through, just so you know that you can pull it all the way through now. You want to have it nice and snug. Now you're going to fold this open again. You're going to take this next, the next hole, the next slit that you have here, and push it through that one. Pull it through the opposite side, and you want to fold it flat like that, so it's flat on the inside. And you're going to push the end through the last slit that you have here. And you're going to pull it through this end right here. And before you pull it all the way through, you're going to put your next pen in there. And if you're doing 3 pen slots, you'll just do the same thing. You just make sure that you cut your slits for 3 pen slots. So once you have that in there, you want to make sure that you have it nice and tight. I'm just going to take that strip of tape and cover that up. Now you will take your flap and fold it up. And you're going to fold in your sides, your sticky on your sides. Okay, now we are going to work on the checkbook cover section. So for this section, you will also need 2 3-inch sections. So to start this, you'll just take 2 pieces of tape, overlap them, so you have a 3.5-inch wide, 7 inches 7 inches long, 3.5 inches wide. You're going to flip it over, sticky side up. You're going to cover it with clear tape or gray tape or duct tape, whatever you want to cover it with. I just like clear tape because it makes it thinner. And you're going to cover it up to the 3-inch mark. So you should have a 1/2 inch of sticky remaining. And then you're just going to fold over your 1/2 inch sticky so you have a nice rounded top edge. So we'll do that times 2 Okay, if you are making a checkbook cover, so you have a place for your duplicate checks, you will need to make this flap right here that is going to be 6 inches long and 3 inches wide on the sides. You're going to flip it over sticky side up, and you're going to cover it with clear tape or duct tape or gray tape to a 2.5 inch. So you should have a 1/2 inch remaining of sticky, and you'll take the 1/2 inch remaining of sticky and just fold that over. Okay, we are going to make the outer shell of the checkbook cover. So you're going to need to make a fabric that is 7 inches wide, or 7 inches long, and 7 inches wide. And then you're going to peel this up and cover it, leaving a 1/2 inch sticky all the way around the edges. Okay, so after you have covered the outside and leaving the 1/2 inch sticky on all 4 edges, you're just going to cut out your little boxes on each corner, and then you will trim it down to whatever size you want it to be. Then you will grab your panels that we made earlier that are 7 inches long, 3 inches, or 3 inches wide, and you're going to place one down here at the edge like that, and you're also going to take your little flap for your duplicates and you're going to place it right in the middle, and you're going to fold over the edge like that. And then you want to fold back your edge so that you can cover up the sticky on this side. Fold back your other flap, and once again you're going to cover that up as well. Cover up your sticky, both flaps up, and cut a slit. Try to show you right here. Cut a slit right where your edge is at. Fold over that sticky. And do the same thing to your opposite side. And you want to cut a little slit down here at the edge of your flap, the very bottom. And you're going to do the same thing on this side as well. Fold over your sticky. Now fold this back and cover up your sticky at the bottom here. Fold it back up. Cut the little slit on the side where the top panel is, and you're just going to fold that over, and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. And then you're just going to fold in the little tabs that you have left over on the sides. And then you have your checkbook cover. Okay, so now we are going to make the outer shell of the entire Deluxe Portfolio. So first we need to do the interior of it. So you need to make a duct tape sheet that is 13.5 inches wide, or long. 13.5 inches long and 7 inches wide. Then you're going to pick it up, sticky side up, and cover the entire thing with your outside color and don't forget to leave a 1/2 inch sticky along all 4 edges. Okay, so once you have your outside covered with your 1/2 inch sticky on all 4 edges, you're just going to cut out the 4 little corners on each corner, and we're going to start assembling. And yes, I ran out of the flamingo tape for the outside, so if you are making a Deluxe Portfolio, make sure that you have at least 2 rolls of the pattern that you're using. So to get started, you're going to take your first piece, which happens to be the pocket calendar section. You're going to open it up and take the one end all the way to the edge. Fold over your sticky. And then you're going to cover this with clear tape or a spare strip of tape you might have lying around. just so that way your billfold section doesn't have any sticky. Okay, so your checkbook cover flap should start at 6 inches, and then you're going to open it up, and we're going to tape down this one edge of it. Fold it closed, and then open it up so the very back is exposed right here. And you're also going to cover that with clear tape so that way your billfold section doesn't have any sticky. And if you're using white, don't forget to clear tape it. So now you should have both of those sections stuck down. And now you're going to open up your pocket calendar section. And where the top panel starts for your opening right here, you're going to cut a slit at the very top of your sticky. And you're going to fold that over. And you're going to do the same thing to the other edge. Cut a little slit there and fold it over like that. And now you are going to do the same thing. You're going to open up this flap right here for your checkbook holder, and you're going to cut the little section right here and on the other side. Okay, and now you're going to fold this entire sticky over, and you're going to do the same thing to the bottom of it. And then you can close this, and you're going to fold in the remaining of that flap by picking up your pieces to tuck it in on both top and bottom like that. And then you're going to take this end piece that still has your sticky, and you're going to fold that over. Okay, now you get out your piece of Velcro, and you're going to take the, I call it the fluffy side, and you're just going to place it in the middle of the bottom, half on, half off. And then you're just going to fold it over so it wraps around like that. And now you're just going to line it up so you know exactly where to put the other piece of Velcro. So now you have that section. Now you're going to fold this in half and fold it in half again. And then you're going to take your next piece of Velcro to fold over your flap and to secure it right there. Now if you want to add in the mini composition like we did in the original portfolio, you're just going to make the strap like you usually do, but instead you're going to fold over the strap into the checkbook section, and then you can just attach your little mini composition book right to that. Just for the sake of the length of the video, I'm not going to do that because it's just taking too long. So there is your deluxe portfolio. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. If so, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. So if you make one of these and you take a picture and post it on Instagram, don't forget to tag me because I would love to see what your guys' looks like too. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.